a lot of information had to go in today. We knew we planned it this way, so we still gave the guys as many days off as possible so that they're physically ready to roll on game day. But today we had a great day. It was a great work day and great meetings as well. So, got the most out of it.
Facing a team that was on a bye, going on a road, that's probably the toughest part of the season. And do you feel that's going to be a tough game because of that?
I think it's going to be a tough game regardless. I think just the way the CFL is right now, it's tough to win every single week. We talk about our room, and you don't take anything for granted. We have to prepare a certain way to believe that we can win every week. And that's why we have a lot of belief in our room, because we respect our opponents. And the way you respect an opponent is by putting the work in. And some weeks you get full weeks, and some weeks you only get a day to do that. But we believe the work we put in will translate. Now, going against any opponent and giving them more rest days and more time off to look at things, does it make it more challenging? Sure, but it's still the same opponent come game day. And we'll be prepared, so will they, and we'll go out there believing we'll win.
Nobody wants to be the first team to lose to them, I would dare say.
I mean, I don't look at it that way. I'm not. That is not entertaining my thoughts whatsoever. It's going in there, performing, playing to our ability for 4 quarters, every single play, and believing we'll come out with the victory. That's just the way we roll here. I'm not even entertaining any other thoughts other than that. It's a waste of time, to be quite honest with you. So that's why I don't talk about the opponents very often. That's why I could care less that they're 0-6. Whatever their records are, each week is a new week. And that's just the way we play it. That's why I say there's a lot of respect for this league and the way we do things here. So we know we need to be at our best, and the only way you can do that is by staying where your feet are every single day and putting the work needed in.
What happened to the side of your head, by the way?
Just a little cut.
Wasn't a sniper, was it?
No, not a sniper.
You guys are going to be playing 3 games in 14 days. Are you? Is there some way you can manage the playtime of players?
No, we don't manage the playtime of players on the field. You manage practice, and that's what we've done all years. From the beginning of the year, we've talked very strongly about weeks like this where we knew we were going to be in this. The beauty of our schedule is we know it so far in advance. We could talk with our training staff, or, our strength and conditioning side, and figure out what is the most optimal practice, in a week. What can we do to optimize our time? And we've already planned this out. So I feel like what we've done through the first 6 weeks has helped for a week like this. That's why we're welcoming it. I mean, to be honest with you, it's honestly less wear and tear on them. They're still getting their days off. They're still being able to get all the massages, modalities, all the things that we do to get them ready physically. It's just about now, the onus is on the mental side of football. But I thought today we had a great day. We've got all of our plans in, just like we would on any day 3. So now it's just about studying a little bit more. We're going to have a full day tomorrow, which usually day 4s, we're really quick with our day 4s. Tomorrow will be a little bit longer, and then we still have a full another day of mental prep before we play. So I like the work week, and I like what we've done thus far in the season.
Coach, offense has been humming so far this season. How good was it on Sunday to see the defense take over in a game and get you guys a W?
Yeah, it was tremendous. I don't ever say one phase gets us the W, so I think it's a 3-phase game, and I think that's what showed up in that game. But I do love the way our defense played, just the style of defense that we play. That's always been when I personally watch our defense play, the more guys to the ball, the more violent they are, ill intentions every time they touch a ball carrier, making them pay. That's what I saw all game long. And we talked at the beginning of the week about effort and Alouette effort and what that looks like, and I would dare to say that just about every play looked like that. So, and that translated to a great performance, to be honest with you. And then coming up with plays at the end of the game when we need them the most. And that's what this team has done all 3 phases. When we need things the most, they seem to have a knack for finding that play. So I'm very, satisfied with that. Now let's stack them. Let's continue to do that, and the only way you can do that is by having another great day today like we did, and the belief is that stuff continues and it's contagious.
Justin Lawrence seems to be more and more closer to a return, but Cyril took reps with the first unit today. What's your take on this position?
Yeah, I think Cyril's done a great job solidifying that position, and obviously we know where Justin's at, and we know what Justin's capable of. Obviously, it comes down to a coach's decision and a franchise decision there, but Cyril's done nothing but be what we need him to be through the first 7 weeks of the season. He's been tremendous inside, making the calls, leading the offense. leading that room. So I thought he's done a tremendous job, and I don't see for a reason to change that. Now, obviously it's our choice, and we can do what we'd like, but I like the way Cyril's been playing.
What about Kavion? Kavion was with the first unit.
Yeah, he looked really good, but we'll have to see how he feels after this, because that's more importantly just his health. But he's done a good job the last 2 weeks of getting to this point where we think he's going to be ready. So it's just more of how he feels after this, whether he'll be playing or not.
Travis Theis, can he carry the load like he's been doing the last 3 weeks for a whole season?
I mean, when he hasn't done it yet through an 18-game season, you'll never know, I guess. So there isn't the history there, but the way he prepares his body, the way he's professional about everything he does, I don't see why not. It's a long season. It is 18 games. We generally have another back on the roster, so we can take hits away from him when needed. But thus far in the season, he looks to just be getting stronger. So the belief or the hope is that he can continue this, and then we'll have to adjust if not. But the goal for every one of these guys that make our 45-man rosters is to stay on it for 18 straight games, and that's a big goal of ours. We honor those guys with plaques in our locker room, and make it a big deal because it is special to do that. And I think Travis is one of those guys that's fully capable of that.
And what do you think of his contribution the last 3 weeks? We haven't seen that since Stenback and maybe even since Springle.
Well, I don't know. Stevie carried the load last year at the end of the year for about 7 or 8 games where we were giving him the ball and he was the only one getting the ball. So Stevie did the exact same thing last year at the end of the year. So I don't think you have to go back to Stenback to see the history of our offense with a guy that is capable of doing it. So Travis is taking on that same workload now and doing some great things. And what I will say about both of our backs, Stevie and Travis, they're both great blockers as well. They've done a tremendous job in our pass game of chipping and blocking the right guys and being physical in that as well, not just being a runner.
How great is it as a coach to know you have a great quarterback, great receivers, and great running back?
Well, I mean, that's the goal is to sign all the great ones and coach them up. And, I love our team. I mean, you're asking the wrong person to ever talk poorly about our team. I love our team. I'm on the bandwagon for it. So, obviously as the season progresses, you see all the accolades that come with those guys playing. And, you mentioned those individuals. But it is part of a team, and they all complement one another. They are putting up great numbers, and that just has to continue. And the only way it continues is continuing to work hard and believe in each other and working well together. I'm being coached up.
Marco Dubois, he's the busiest he's ever been on offense in his career.
Yep.
What do you see in him that makes you want to throw him the ball again and
I
again?
mean, he's big and he's athletic, and he catches the ball well, and when he catches it, he can get vertical fast. So that's what we see about him. I mean, we try to keep him within his strengths, and he's got a lot of them. So he's done tremendous for us on special teams, but on the offensive side, he's being utilized because of those strengths that he does possess, and he's done a great job with the opportunities we're giving him.
Anything special against his former team planned for him?
I mean,
on Friday
no,
night?
there won't be. But I will say this: I mean, I've been a player before, and I know you coach against, former teams. It's always special to play against those teams. I mean, you're always looking for motivation at any time. You're human, and so those emotions, it's fun to play against those teams. Those games make it fun. So I'm sure, his feelings will be a little bit different for this game, but as far as us having anything new for him, no. Okay. We just run the offense, and when his number's called, I know he'll come through.
This much yardage, this much impact on the game. What was maybe the breakthrough in the game?
I think just opportunities, a lot of running lanes, and then I think teams are tired of getting torched by our wide receivers, so they're going to try to cover those guys. It's going to open up a lot of running lanes.
And when you are looking at the stats, I know you guys don't look really too much at the stats. Still, stats really similar to Justin Rankins. You're in the top 4 in the league right now. Is this something that surprised you when I'm telling you that?
No, I mean, I expect to be the best, so, it's a blessing, but I'm trying to be the best, expect to be the best.
And, having this O-line in front of you, I know sometimes guys don't talk too much about the O-line in the media or everything, but what can you tell us about this O-line that's helping you?
They work their ass off. I love them like brothers, but don't forget about the fullbacks, tight ends, and the receivers, too. They block their ass off all the time, so I really appreciate those guys.
Looking forward to this game this Friday?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Merci.
Merci. talk to us about this short week. You know, one training, you're playing this Friday. What's the feeling right now?
Oh, nothing. We're, no excuse. We'll be ready to roll. Felt good to be out here today, and everyone's in good spirits, and we're ready to go to Ottawa tomorrow.
What, a team that didn't win, coming from a bye week, how you team expecting that? They're going to go strong, you guys.
Yeah, I mean, they're, they're waiting. They're counting down the days till they get their first win. They're going to give us their best shot. They always do. And they're a lot better ball club than what the record shows for 0-6. So we'll be ready for them coming off a bye week, and we have the short week. But like I said, no excuse. We got to be ready to roll.
Nobody wants to be the first team to lose to them. Would you agree with that?
That's probably a pretty good statement.
Okay, thank you. So you're agreeing with it.
I am agreeing that we do not want to lose on Friday.
Thank you. And become the first team.
And become the first
to lose to an 0-6 team.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
That will still be in the playoff hunt next season in this league.
No.
They'll be in the thick of the playoff hunt next season in this league.
Is there a question? No, it's only statement so far.
Don't want to lose on Friday.
Correct.
Yeah.
When you look at your tape from last week, if it's a tougher defense in front of you, and from Hamilton, what did you see that you want to maybe change for the next week?
I don't know. It was just, there are definitely some things that we want to fix. But it's never as good and it's never as bad as you think it is when you actually look at the tape. We kind of just went to the flow of the game, and again, our defense was picking us up. Our special teams did their thing, and we didn't have to do too much. It felt like.
Number 5 wasn't too bad either.
Travis Theis, no, he's pretty good football player, and nice for us to be able to rely on him in the run game whenever we need it.
Can you hit 200 yards passing this week, do you think?
We'll see. I'm not sure. What I have, 187? 167 in the first half?
I don't cover the games anymore. I don't know. I have no clue. I just know that it was a remarkably low total considering how good you are.
Uh-huh.
Are you impressed by the fact that you got the best stats in the quarterback receiving position, and now with Travis Theis in the top 4? This offensive is probably one of the best we saw here for years.
Yeah, I mean, definitely happy about it, but it's it's what we expect. We expect it to be the best. We talk about it all the time. We've talked about it for 3 years. Since Cody's been in the offense in 24, we expect to have the best offense, and it's beautiful that we're able to show that we can balance. And let's try and put a full one together again.
Thank you.
Merci beaucoup.
Justin Lawrence seems to be ready to come back, but Cyril Hogan-Saint-Laurent has been doing a good job while he was away. So you're in direct relations with both of these guys when you're playing. So what's your take on that? Do you have a word to say? Are you questioned about it or?
No, that's definitely way above my pay grade. Let the coaches and whatever front office, they decide all that stuff. I mean, they're both incredible football players. They're both great leaders on our football team. And there's no jealousy aspect or anything like that. It's just one big family. So, whatever they decide to roll with, we'll be ready to go.
It'd been seamless though when Cyril came in to replace Justin. Justin's been there for many years. I know Cyril's been here too for a few years, but it's different practicing and playing. So, but it's been seamless.
Yeah,
agree with that.
Totally. Very impressive by Cyril to come in. J-Law was one of our better O linemen on the team, and Cyril came in and filled the void. But that's what we expect here, right? Same thing with Stevie Scott. He was our starting running back. He goes down. Travis Theis fills the void. You can talk about our receiver room with Kasim stepping up, guys like that. So it's just the standard here. If someone goes down, you should be able to play up to par.